when they're running in, catch their dash before they can shield, right? You know, you get a little bit going. But I think what Tilde really means in that sentence, like, I have to camp, just means I got to slow it down. I can't just always be pedal to the metal, flooring it, running right at my opponent, and we'll see if he can make good on that promise.
Yeah, you have to be comfortable playing when you don't have control of the pace of the game, and against a character like Palutena, you're not always going to have control of the pace of the game. She has got some of the best overall movement in the game, and that means she can be hard to contest at times. But, well, Max, you talked about it earlier. If you're going to watch Tilde, you're going to see the numbers on his opponent's side go up quick.
70 off one hit is ridiculous. I mean, most characters can't do that. But also, Falco, he doesn't have the best buttons and neutral in the game, so maybe he deserves it. I don't know if he deserves all that, though.
You know, the individual buttons themselves are, you know, for his toolkit, especially with that high double jump, right, he can make some great use of them. I also have to question how we ended up on Town and City for Game 1 when this is, I mean, by no means a bad Palu stage, right? You think about back throw being good, but this is probably Falco's best stage outside of Battlefield.
Yeah, up tilt back air is going to kill you so early here. I guess the only respite you have as Falco's opponent is that up throw to up air, the emergency, like, super late percent kill move or kill setup is not going to work as reliably here.
Well, and also because you should probably be DIing out of the laser, which Pacha already showing knows how to do it. And using that warp to get right to center stage until they focused on the ledge. But doing a great job of escaping. Again, we talked about, like, matchup familiarity. I mean, Tilde has fought more Palus than probably anybody on the planet.
Yeah, she's a very popular character in my neck of the woods, that's for sure. And we were talking about the buttons Falco has. I will amend my statement. Up tilt and forward air are some of the best buttons in the game.
They're pretty darn good. Some would even say neutral defining.
Right.
Especially for a character like Falco. And Tilde has certainly been putting them to good use, but landing against Palu, that is going to be a struggle no matter what character you're playing. But you know what? He said he was a melee player. That was a mangle.
Yeah, it really was. I respect the high recovery just as much as I respect Pacha going for the low recovery as well.
Ooh, but mixing up the DI on that up air, which way you're going to get sent depends on which way Falco is facing, which part of the hitbox you get hit with. And Pacha, even with those high blast zones, not expecting that to kill so early.
No, for sure. Sometimes you do live a little bit long off the top on the stage, right? But not all the time. Of course, it does require good DI. It's a big asterisk there. Okay. And
really
Pacha, I think, delayed the down tilt as well, knowing that Tilde would try to ride the wall and burn some of those active frames. I think it's 14 on the down tilt. One of the best and most reliable two-frame options in the game.
Yeah, well, and again, if you delay it too, then if he goes straight up, you hit with the very early part of it. If he rides the wall, then you hit that late part of it, and you can combo it into that back air. So Pacha, really, really intelligent play. You have to have good fundies to make Palu work, and we have seen him be a fundamental monster so far.
For sure. Counterplaying the counterplay. That's definitely the sign of a good player, instead of complaining on Twitter.
Ooh. Caught the double jump that we talked about how good Pacha's juggles have been. All of a sudden, Tilde stuck off stage, but the quick reversal.
He was jumpless too. I wonder if Pacha just didn't recognize it right there. Suddenly it's Tilde's edge guard. Wow. I don't know if that hits the ledge. I'd be a little surprised if it did, but it also kind of feels like it might.
I would believe it. I think that the very end of it will. But regardless, it was a big commit that let Pacha maneuver around it, Tilde holding down this time.
Counterplaying the counterplay to his counterplay right there.
Teleports behind you, teleporting behind me, teleporting behind you.
Right. Oh, no way! The pivot up tilt from underneath the platform, and Pacha going to take game one of this set. Again, a matchup that Tilde's very familiar with. You said it, Kimona. Players like Jen out there in New York City, right? Very accessible to him. People that he's fought on a weekly basis. But maybe this is kind of echoing Larry Lur versus Akira, where it's like, oh, I've played Belmonts 100 times against Dom, one of the, not really, the best one in the world. But got to get up to speed with somebody else's habits, their tendencies, their patterns.
And I also know that there are a lot of Palus in Canada, too. That is, especially just at that mid to high level, you have endless practice in this region. Or rather, yeah, you have a lot of Palus. So, I mean, Pacha, right, obviously going to be able to, you know, build up experience of many different ways, like a chameleon-like style of a Palu where you can switch things up and adapt. And, I mean, a couple times got caught off guard by Tilde, but did a really good job of honing in on those aerial approaches from him.
Yeah, she's a very versatile character. You can switch it up, and you have to switch it up against players like Tilde. Let's see. Maybe Tilde has figured something out. Another amazing opening actually surpassing what he did on the first exchange last time. It was 70 point something, this time 71.6.
Just a hair more with that laser. He got his advantage. And hey, also keeping that advantage going, Pacha has not been able to get his feet solidly landed on the ground. Now finally does, and a little bit of a movement bait to finally get that solid opening. But with all this rage, there's nothing doing.
Well, looking for that back air, maybe trying to catch a hasty ledge jump. Tilde on the verge of taking the stock, virtually untouched. Oh my.
And he said it's a piece of cake. You know, those are confident words, and you don't mince them when you're coming back from, okay, it was a close game one, now I'm up a full stock, I barely have been touched.
Oh, getting right in there with the neutral air as well. Of course, if you land with the last hit, it's not quite the combo tool that the drag down is, but it's still very good.
And yeah, not trying to get a drag down there either, but, you know, lingering hitboxes, right, just to give you center stage control, right, letting you govern the pace of the match, very, very important.
Yeah, got to wall your opponent out a little bit. And Falco, that's what I mean when I say he doesn't have great normals, right? He doesn't have something like Palu's back air where you can just say, hey, get off of me. Like, I'm going to throw this out over and over again, and you got to think twice about making your way in. No, but the reward when you do get that hit, it's so huge. The drag down there, starting something beautiful for Tilde. Now lapping Pacha in percent.
And that's all because Pacha just starting to feel the pressure a little bit after that combo started. Felt, oh no, this game's slipping away from my hands. I've got to do something big, and a couple of stray commitments gives Tilde 3 stocks to 1 on the advantage.
Oh wow, this time Tilde gets away with the wall ride. Not going to get caught by down tilt. And another really painful combo gets started. Wow, the landing hitbox, Pacha wasn't ready.
I was shocked to see that Palu was the one flying to the right and not Falco. I was like, wait, what is this Smash Brothers hitbox?
Ooh, looking for the ledge cancel, but Tilde was looking for it too. I know what Palu wants when she's coming down from high up, he says. My God, 2 frames, the last one closes out game 2. It's even.
That is a first-class performance by Tilde, and I mean, just, you know, it's a lesson in saying, okay, I might have not gotten that game 1, but, you know, regardless of how things go, I'm going to go into the next game and I'm going to do my best, and you better be ready. Like you said, you need to be able to change things up against Tilde, because he is also going to change things up, and especially in terms of timing, right? You start giving him that advantage, you start falling victim to his baits, he's going to be all over you.
Yeah, Tilde is one of those players that once he smells weakness, he's like a shark. Blood in the water, it's going right to it. And it's hard to reclaim momentum against him. You could tell he kind of is genuinely feeling himself during these combos.
Well, game 2 going to be going to Kalos. Now Pacha not going to be stuck on the mires of town and city anymore. We get to the clean cathedrals of fake France, if you want, in Kalos. And Tilde now definitely going to have way less access to those extended combos. That really high jump height, not going to do him much good with these platforms being low and near the ledge.
Bro, this is just the fake Notre Dame Cathedral. I never thought about it that way.
See, everybody's so worried about restoring the Notre Dame Cathedral. It's right here. You just need to go to Pokemon, play just Gen 6.
Boot up Super Smash Brothers, yeah, or play X and Y, but I would not recommend that
Me
as
either.
much as, you know, if I had to tell you to play one of 2 games, Ultimate or X and Y.
Not as a competitive player, I would not go back to X and Y.
No.
Not a Gen 6 guy myself, but Tilde, man, he is generating some power in this game. Number 3, Pacha just not able to keep him locked down.
I'll give it up. That was hella smooth. Generation. Yeah, all right. You know what? Even if no one in the chat noticed, I did.
You know, hey, wait a second. One more step further. Tilde with that Gen experience.
Ooh, ho, ho.
Making this work, even playing on a stage where he should by all means be uncomfortable. He is not missing a beat against Pacha right now.
Yeah, this could have been such a different set if game 2 was closer, right? I think after getting mopped so hard, now Pacha's really thinking twice about everything he does. Meanwhile, Tilde back in the comfort zone. Could feel him breathing new life into this set.
Also, the fact that he's getting able to mix up these recoveries, which it seemed like Pacha had a really good read on. Now he's getting the walls to mix them up too, but that on-stage game, this is where Pacha is picking this stage for, right? You're trying to stop Falco from approaching you. He has limited options with no platforms, and Pacha, second stock, taking advantage of it a little bit more, but Tilde with a great anti-air up smash.
In the middle of the Nair multi-hits, noticing that Palu would rise too far above his shield to continue putting him in block stun. Very smart there by Tilde. Of course, landing there from Palu, it's not going to be up smashable by Falco.
No.
But that would be just the blind whiffs.
And just getting caught out of position at this point. You know, again, Pacha thinks that it'll be much easier to juggle Tilde, right? Stop his approaches here on Kalos, but Pacha has not been mixing up those approaches much either, so that advantage that you should be getting over Falco not being used as much for you as it is with Tilde. With an excellent tech, he's still living.
Oh, looking for the jump read out of the corner. Pacha, I appreciate you trying to make big plays here. That is exactly what you need to do to put yourself back in this.
Making big moves even.
Yes, exactly. Generating big plays.
Well, either way, Pacha, I mean, just behind. Palu's also not like that much of a comeback character either, right? Like, she's a character where you're just going to be steady the entire way through. If you're outplaying your opponent, you're in a great position. But if you're kind of even back and forth, can be tough. But that being said, we're down to last stock, so you got one stock, you can take a game.
Yeah, that was like such a delayed kill off up tilt, and I noticed that on the end of the first game as well, right? It looked like Tilde might survive, but he didn't. And I don't know, man. Maybe this is the spark Pacha needed. Okay, dash attack, no landing trap though, and Tilde doing the same thing that Palu loves to do. You know, you can wall a little bit with back air, not in the same way, but it's there.
I love this though right now. Pacha, once this last stock opened up, just in the zone all of a sudden. He has not missed a beat. Tilde hasn't been able to open him up in this Kalos counter pick, coming in really, really well. It's in the 11th hour, but Pacha might be getting a big win.
No tech!
Oh my God, it wasn't available. I said Palu's not a comeback character. I will eat my words.
No.
Pacha.
No, you were right. She's not. Pacha is a comeback player.
Pacha's a comeback player. We know when the chips are down, the cards are on the table, he finds a way to clutch it out.
That was so sick. Love watching players fight from behind like that, right? You're going up against this top in the world level threat from another country, invading your sweet Canada, and saying, you know what? I'm not scared. I don't care if I'm down a stock, if I'm down 120% on that stock. I'm just going to make a few good reads and close it out. My character's got enough to do it.
And again, right, like Pacha just really hunkered down and realized, okay, I've just got to tune in on basically if I have any win conditions, if I have any reads that I have on Tilde that I've been saving, now is the moment. And we just saw 3 or 4 consecutive really good plays. And that's why Pacha's got the 2-1 lead. And you can hear Canada, they stand on guard for D behind him because one more game gets him in the top 32 winner's side, not to mention the big upset win.
Oh, hold up though, Kimono. We saw the first 2 games, Tilde opening up huge. This time it's Pacha. Pacha's had to make some clutch plays every single time. Maybe he'll be able to win from his comfort zone with the lead.
If you get to play with the lead as Palu, you are doing well. And I mean, Pacha feeling comfy too, enough so that he had the read on Tilde doing a lot of these fastball air dodges down to the ground and just said, look, I'm charging my up down smash. You're not landing with an aerial. I don't believe it for a second.
My God, the back and forth. So crazy. Tilde just gets that one opening. Oh, the reset. Wow. Oh my God. Up throw to up air closes it out. What game? I thought Melee was on the other stage. Falco can't even kill you with up throw up air in Melee.
Dread it, run from it, play another game. Falco will take you up and down all the same.
Maybe Pacha just getting a little too relaxed. Like, oh, this time I got the 80% off the bat. Okay, cool. Like, now we just got to drive it in. No. This is actually getting so out of hand, potentially facing the worst deficit that he has yet in the set.
We talked about how Pacha, like on that last stock, really hunkered down, felt like he was going to be able to bring it back, but Tilde, when he's down a game, he plays angry.
Right, yeah. Definitely a player who's a little bit driven by rage.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about the mechanic
no
in the
Kazuya.
game.
Yeah. No Kazuya special inputs. I mean, Tilde is just, he's emotionally driven, and he's an emotional leader no matter where he plays. But Pacha, with that up air, doing an amazing job of juggling Tilde this set.
Okay, this is potentially Pacha's chance to make a comeback, but the up throw to down air going to come through. Ends up not even being safe on hit at the end of it all, but Tilde finds a way to pick it back up.
Again.
Oh!
The latest hit of the backer you've ever seen lets Pacha live at 147, and now you can't get hit by any of these aerials because you will be gone.
Oh, the air dodge cross up, such a desperate option to get back from the ledge, but Tilde not sensing that desperation for Pacha, maybe thinking, oh, he's probably still got some gas in the tank, he'll never go for something like this.
It's pretty effective too because Palu's air dodge, right, sort of warps her out of existence. He can't see her, so it's a little bit tougher to react to where exactly she's going. More importantly though, Pacha's, hold on a second.
Oh, what a reversal. Tilde rides the win box off the stage, comes up with a very spicy nair right there. Okay, actually up in stock and percent yet again. I felt Pacha bringing things back into his favor, but Tilde not letting up.
And losing your comeback momentum on something like that can feel so disheartening because you thought that was like your gift and then it's immediately taken back, but Tilde, damage.
Dude, the extensions off the platform with the laser jab block. Tilde is just so fire. Oh, and so is Pacha. That's 2 kills at 69% back-to-back from these guys.
He has looked so nice, and again, he saved these adaptations for the very end. Crowd's chanting one more stock, but you're not going to see it in this game 4 if Tilde has anything to say about it. Again, at the point where one more aerial can finish it all.
Oh, that storm of up air somehow not closing the door on Pacha just yet. Oh, we saw just one exchange on the left side of the stage last game was all it took. Pacha, do you have what it takes? No! Tilde pushes it to game 5.
So clutch in those last moments. It feels like whoever's playing with the lead is just shaky, right? Like you know that something big can happen, but Tilde has not thrown that away. And do you hear this crowd? You see them in the background. You have your emotional leaders in front of everybody trying to drive Pacha to win this game. And again, this has been back and forth. This has been games 1 and 3 were Pacha's, 2 and 4 were Tilde's, and anything is possible in game 5.
Hey, well, if Tilde's winning on evens and Pacha's winning on odds, hate to tell you, Kimona, it's a best of 5 set, not best of 6. So
that would be weird.
It's impossible.
You don't want to end in a tie.
3-3, you fight to the death to find out who wins.
We both move on.
Yeah.
We're all winners.
All right. Well, it all comes down to this. Pacha versus Tilde. I genuinely don't know what to expect from this next game. I mean, I feel like the first 30 seconds are always a lie. So whoever gets the biggest combo first, they're losing.
They're losing, yeah. If it looks like it's literally like an anime fight.
Yeah,
where you watch it and you're like, that guy's getting beat. Okay, he's gonna come back and win it later.
Right.
Like
right.
that's just the tempo of it. That's how scripts are written. Not that we have one here.
No, I definitely didn't write it or anything.
No, yeah, I don't. Well, anyways, Pacha and Tilde, game 5, both taking a second to get their acts together in the final act of this set, and we go back to Town and City for game number 5.
Yeah, I feel like it makes sense that this is his stage of choice, but also you've got to watch out for those early back airs. Really, both of them do, but Palutena doesn't have such an easy way to combo into it at kill percents like that.
And we're going to see Tilde stick to the edges of these stages a lot. On these platforms, on the ground, he wants to see if Pacha will come approach him from the air and give him those big combo starters. But then again, we've seen Pacha be very comfortable pressuring Tilde in the corner. He has done a lot of really creative openings to get Tilde to feel like he needs to swing first.
My God, the up tilt back airs, they're already coming out 100%. You got to really watch everything you do.
You got to watch out.
That's it.
Tilde does not miss those. And again, when he's sitting near the ledge of the stage, he is hunting for something early.
Probably the biggest lead that any player has had. Oh, no. Actually, I think Tilde was up 3 stocks to 1 at the end of game 4.
There was something like that, yeah.
And Pacha was destroying him, or no, getting destroyed last game very hard as well. So
yeah,
not the biggest lead of the set, but definitely the most dominant stock individually.
The games in which Tilde have won, it's felt like he's been in control the entire time, and even the ones he's lost, it feels like he's been in control most of the time. And Pacha may be running out of steam here, right? Whether it's energy, whether it's those reads, right? Seems like a very read-based player, and he's starting to run out of those particular situations to capitalize on, because Tilde is so good at that situational recognition.
Oh my God, once again, the outward-facing double jump nair from off stage turns that situation into a favorable one for Tilde. My God, 3 stocks to 1 yet again. Pacha, you did it before. You still have it in you.
Not going off deep, though, trying to feign that ledge trump, but Tilde was ready for that as well. It seems like, you know, Pacha gets you with a gotcha one time, and then Tilde doesn't give it to you anymore, because he's seen these situations over and over.
It's the Pacha gotchas.
The Pacha gotcha. I love playing Pacha games on my phone.
Correct. All right, well, Tilde, tired of playing Pacha right now, wants to move on into the winner's top 64, or actually now into top 32 if he takes the set. Again, I feel like it's a little too early to call it, but it's looking grim.
Yeah, 96% already, and again, we've...
Oh!
Just to style on them.
Genius! What?
Just to say, you know what? And that's so scary on this transformation because it takes a second for everything to come back. But Tilde's like, nah, check this out. I got the style. I got the schmoves.
Oh my God, the size of this guy's brain. I think that might have been like top 3 moments of the set.
Kind of reminds me of the single mango laser when he's just absolutely saucing. And Tilde's feeling the same way right now. Back throw will definitely yoop him into the blast zone. Pacha's got 1 on the board here in this game 3, but he literally needs to play perfectly to win this.
Yeah, I feel like every missed opportunity, every mistake that you make, you're just going to be thinking about that one in your hotel room later, right? It's like, oh man, I had him. I was back to the wall, game 5, and then this happened.
Still patient though. Pacha's not pulling the trigger too early despite being down, but Tilde, he knows he can put the pressure on and will claim victory in a hard-fought Game 5 set, but you got to give props to Pacha for playing such an intense set down to the wire.
Yeah, that was so good from both players. Very understandable to just be a little bit spent by the time Game 5 rolls around, right? You're fighting one of these guys who's favored to take it over you. You're getting the crowd rallied up. Everyone's cheering for you, right? And then the mistakes start coming back. It's just like, are you going to overthink every interaction? Is it going to start eating away at you? Kind of happened to Pacha right there, and let's be real, Tilde just played clean. I'm not going to say Pacha just choked that away. Game 5, Tilde was on point every single interaction.